Well, hello there, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Last time we finished Nivelet's story quest, and today I want to continue doing story quests and actually do the last story quest that I need to get done in the Fontaine, I guess, region. We've done two so far. We've done Linny and Nivelet's, and the last one we have left to do is Worcestershire's. It's a good one. I'm on a roll. I've been on a roll, which I think is pretty good. I'm caught up on the Archon quest, and I'm caught up on most of the story quests, which is like the first time this has ever happened. I'm usually super behind when it comes to this stuff, and so I want to keep the ball rolling. So let's see if we can do it. Is there a chance we can't do it because of other quests are in the way? No, it seems like we can do it. Awesome. Indeed. I think these story quests are pretty interesting. I don't know if Nivelet was pretty good. Linny was interesting, but then, you know, I kind of thought about the whole point of Fontaine, which has a lot of, it's the realm of justice, right? And I think the idea of justice has been incorporated pretty well in these Archon and story quests. You know, the obvious example is the first Archon quest, where it had to have been a trial with Linny and Lynette. You know, that whole thing. Justice was served there, as well as the second act of chapter 4, which was the whole Navia's father thing. Again, more justice there. And while I don't think the Fortress of Meripede arc really had trials being done, we did see that at the end there, Arlecchino and Farina had pretty different ideas of how to handle the prophecy situation. Kind of showing like maybe Farina's idea of justice kind of goes against Arlecchino's idea of justice in that case. And then of course the story quest, Linny's pretty obvious, justice for Caesar, and then Nivelet's kind of not exactly justice, but like, you know, talking about justice and stuff like that. So I do like how they incorporate this idea of justice, or at least how I am interpreting it. There's a few ideas of justice going on here. So we're at Nivelet's story quest, or not Nivelet. We're at Worcestershire's Risley story quest, but I call him Worcestershire. We're at his story quest, so let's see how they incorporate the idea of justice into his. I'm sure surely they will. It's a pretty easy thing to incorporate, I think. Anyways, we want to continue this. We definitely want to continue this quest, but it's going to progress cannot be made for the other quest. I think we should be good. Let's continue the current quest. Yeah, okay. That's good. Oh, we're okay.
We once thought the Fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all.
Oh, I forgot to press the auto button. I'm like, what?
Guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave.
Yeah, you're right. They probably have that guy to thank for that. That guy.
Oh, you mean Risley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys?
He probably has a good number of tricks for every situation.
Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Me too.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, Traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Did someone strip you of your clothes?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair!
Bald. Paimon, there's no need to spell it out.
Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a quick nap. But when I came to, it was gone. It's really important to me, so your help would mean the world. I'll wait here for your return.
Don't worry, we'll be back in no time.
We just got his name. It's like Faciol or something. Reborn in the land of grievances.
I'm really sorry to bother you like this. Please, come back soon.
Why the frick is he in this box? It's not bald, but like, I don't know what's going on. We need to go lower, it seems. So can we just... I hate these elevators. They take forever. Honestly, the best thing to do is just don't jump down like this. Unless you need to go up.
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Well, let's go somewhere else.
To go up, you just take the teleporters. So just like no point in using those elevators. They're awful.
Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought.
They're over here. Investigate? I can't investigate if I keep climbing up the box. No, just an artifact.
Nothing in the water either. Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Let's turn back. We can't scour the entire fortress. We can just buy him a hat.
That's a good idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing. Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory serves, they got all kinds of stuff in there.
You sure get fired up quick when it comes to shopping. I'm only paying for the hat.
Huh? How did you know what Paimon was thinking? Oh, this is bad. Nothing gets past you nowadays. Well, either way, let's go check it out first.
He's not bald because he was like, oh, it's not what you think it is. So I kind of don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I have no idea. Am I going in the right place? I was so good at this. No, it looks like I'm going in the right place. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he means by why he needs his hat. Have I ever been this way before? What is this? I have no idea what that is. I don't think I've ever been here before. Rag and Bone Shop.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop. Now just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread. Well, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No! Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying chunk of gingerbread!
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes, so got a bit ahead of myself. I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just a nobody, after all.
There's no need to put yourself down like that. Paimon's just
Why, your heroic actions at Araneus have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. Ah, you were the envy of all. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced to you.
Here I thought I made it as a hero.
Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it, I've become fast friends with Mr. Alvar himself. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for?
A man's hat.
No problem. Anything else?
Don't buy random junk. My inventory are
Feel
full
free
of
to check
garbage.
out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are on me.
Wait, but that's, you don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of more coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurts to make some friends.
Oh, what a nice guy. Whatever you say, so.
All right, Paimon will take a look.
After a moment's hesitation, Paimon picks
Are
up
you
two
sure
snacks.
you don't want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
It's all right, two will do.
I never thought you'd turn down a chance to freeload.
It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. That poor guy must still be waiting for us. Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate it if you could put in a nice word for our establishment the next time you speak to His Grace.
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews.
Sure, why not?
Been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
Who cares? He can just open the box and breathe.
Please come again, and don't forget to mention us to your Grace.
Indeed. I wonder what snacks Paimon got. Where do we go for this? Quest items? Quest items? Hat? Here's a hat. Hat obtained by Rag and Bone Shop. It was not the same hat that was lost. It should be sufficient to handle the situation in hand. Indeed, indeed. Indeed, indeed. I think he was upstairs, right? Boss was upstairs. We should probably go there. An opportunity for rebirth. What the heck? Reborn in the land of grievances. Opportunity to rebirth. You and Paimon arrive at dormitory for your married people. You hear someone calling from inside a box. Turns out that he needs help looking for a hat, which, according to him, is something very important. He decides to search for it in the area nearby. Indeed. Well, let's give him back his hat. Knock on his hat. Also, Paimonology. What the heck? Paimon. Also, glaze and gingerbread. That's a fantastic way of describing Paimon. And also, Paimonology. Man, I need a course of Paimonology right now.
You can come out now. We found your hat.
You did? Oh, Archon, you just saved my life. Just one sec.
Wait, so you're not actually bald? You've got such a full head of hair, too.
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair. Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
I bet he's gonna go back hiding in his box because it's not what he wanted us to do. To be precise, someone else gave it to us.
Ah, I see. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately, there's just something special about my hat.
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
But, sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Risley! It's been a while!
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off. I'll get going now.
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat? Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
What's this Beret Society? There are people here who enjoy working? I'll just ask what the Beret Society is.
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up, too. And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
Let's go then. I mean, where else are we gonna go? At a freaking cafe in the overworld? Paimon, let's be honest here. It's not really other places.
Alright then, please follow me.
Alright, we found a hat. That makes sense. That makes sense. Why didn't he just explain it to us that that's the situation he's in? He just had to like make it all confusing. Your search was successful. It was Worcestershire. We found a missing hat. The issue resolved. Worcestershire invites you to come with him. Where is it? Oh gosh. It's down here. Okay. Is it down here? Yeah, it's down here. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, I mean... Now, of course we couldn't find a hat if Worcestershire was out and about. Not our fault. You could have found it if he wasn't out and about.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
I'll pass on the food, then. What about you?
Super deluxe or bust?
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
After a while, Wolsey
Our
brings
first
drink
meeting
for
took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Whoa,
others.
that'd be quite the long story.
We fought tooth and nail for the sake of justice. We're still trying to learn more about Fontaine. To be honest, I really wasn't that involved with a lot of it. That's a lie. I've been super involved in a lot of it. But I've been hanging out with Neuvillette. I've been having tea parties with Farina and Arlecchino. I've been all around town, man. Been all around town. I guess I'll say I'll fight truth and justice for the sake of justice.
Impressive. Not all who possess the courage to risk their life for their ideals also have the strength to make it out unscathed. Had you not possessed these remarkable qualities, I probably wouldn't have had the chance to make your acquaintance in the first place.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
I mean, I do pop off all the time, so like, all good, man. Makes sense. Praise me more, honestly. You should praise me more. It's because you don't ever talk about yourself. Well, he's a prisoner. He probably friggin' killed many. Well, I mean, he couldn't kill as many people as Cloran, so like.
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Oh, that's how I feel as well. I must thank you for your generosity, but... What do you mean, but? Did you not see what that guy did? He freaking saved Fontaine with his freaking ice punch. Boom! It never let finish the job. But hey, Worsley seems pretty cool, so it'll be definitely good for us to be on good terms with him, for sure.
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress. You're dismissed.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats, so we have to examine everything carefully. Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem! Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a Duke as well?
Let's get that title then, Duke. Okay, I love the word contraband. I think that's a great word. Duke, on the other hand, oh, I hate that word. Not that I associate it with anything bad. I just don't like the word Duke. It sounds pretty close to Dookie, doesn't it? And Dookie is doo-doo. So the word Duke, don't like it. It literally sounds like poop. Well, it doesn't literally sound like poop, but it reminds me of poop. So I don't really like the word Duke. Nothing wrong with being a Duke, but don't like that word. Don't want that title. What about you, Paimon?
Paimon will be your vault keeper.
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want from it. Consider it a gift from me.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look.
Wait, we're taking contraband.
Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of Mora. Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead?
I know people don't like Paimon's English voice acting because, you know, might be a little bit high, but I mean, come on. Paimon's English voice acting is not that bad. Merrily, what's it? Merrily, life is but a dream. That was awesome. Anyways, are you feeling unwell?
There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain. It was super spooky.
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
Alright, it's my turn. Let's go in. Let's see my sibling getting taken away from me once again.
Sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun.
Let's run it back. I want to make sure I know exactly what you saw. My constitution is a bit different from everyone else's. I'm gonna show us Paimon.
Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
Time to see Kazari disappear. Yep, it worked. It totally worked.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw something, right?
I saw a dead guy. I saw some rather unforgettable memories.
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then, actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
Tell her to be careful.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents. Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place, then. I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met, either.
Uh-huh. Does he have anything to say?
I should probably always keep a few super deluxe welfare meals in stock.
I mean, not a bad idea. They do go bad though, so you're gonna have to like eat them. Or yeah, let's get our welfare meal. I want to get a welfare meal every day. That's what I was trying to do, and just stock them up in my inventory. But then I realized they disappear if you don't use them. So I'm like, okay, what's the point then? They disappear if you don't use them, so you might as well just use them. We got a fortune step. Those with no freedom cannot be sad. Those with no freedom cannot be sad. Prisoners? Like, someone has been kidnapped and they're in prison in someone's basement. They have no freedom. So what, they cannot be sad? That's a weird one. And we got, ooh, it's not suspicious. That's cool. We got like a flan. What is this, a flan? Like, I don't, refreshing dessert. Looks pretty good. I'd eat that. Anyways, yeah. Are we just gonna casually go to the society and not talk about the friggin' stone that just makes us remember bad stuff? That seems like a dirty prank. Here, touch the stone. Just pull up that stone to like A or like Zhongli. Real funny, real funny. You know, I think it's yeah, it's pretty interesting stone. I can't believe we're not really talking about it.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival. Are these your two guests?
Mm-hmm. Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Risley?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same for the things you can see here.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
There's nothing deep about it. I just felt like we needed some kind of visible identifier. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become a point of pride for them as well. And when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
So this mean it was planned all along? He said they were been waiting for a while. Huh?
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Risley?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Well, we're already here, aren't we?
I don't get it. Is he like planning something? Like, was this planned all along? I don't really get what's going on. Yeah, might as well just go look around.
They're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like.
Oh, also, that guy's name was what's the Dugier? Bro, it was Dougier. We got Dougier, and the Dougiest. I wonder who the Dougiest might be. Chat with members of the Beret Society. During your conversation, you learn of the organization known as the Beret Society, which provides support for prisoners who feel helpless and lonely. Worcestershire suggests that you come with him and take a look at their daily lives. Indeed. Indeed. Got that guy, got this person. Examine books. Good variety of books here. Also, the selection is regularly updated. If nothing else, one can definitely find. Okay, the diary among books probably include for recruitment purposes. All right, fantastic.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? I'm organizing the bookshelves. Want to take a look? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members published themselves.
There are writers in society?
Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
Ah, it's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though, all we need to do is think about the things that we want to do. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a try. And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
So this is something like a safe space.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have the physical strength to do hard labor. The society is exactly what some of us need. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out if you want. Just remember to put the books back after you're done.
Don't worry, we will.
Uh-huh. You talk to her again?
Please check out as many books as you like. Just don't forget to return them to their proper places once you're done.
We already kind of checked out the books. It doesn't really say anything different, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, very interesting. This whole thing about, prisoners. I mean, this whole time when we're down here in the Fortress of Mercury, it seems to depict prison life as pretty good. At least here is pretty good. Which, you know, seems that Worcestershire is pretty responsible for that. But every time I think of prison stories, man, I always think of there's this series I read a long time ago, called Escape from Furnace. I think it's called. It's like a young adult series that I read when I was, well, a young adult, and yeah, it kind of prison life there. If you're a young adult, or if you're maybe an adult and you're looking for something interesting to read that's about prison life and it's pretty brutal, I think it's Escape from Furnace.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Wait, there's a movie? Ain't no way it's a movie. I'm searching out Escape from Lockdown right now. I don't think it's a movie. You sound a bit like a magazine guide. You sound like a salesperson in a shop.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more. Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, we also have an entertainment room, a fitness room, and a self-study room. These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their free time to the fullest.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant too? If you did, you also wouldn't have to eat at the big cafeteria anymore.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on his grace. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
Okay, I will be honest with you guys, I haven't really been paying attention. I've been reading up on Escape from Furnace. Yes, that is the series. It is the series Escape from Furnace. Apparently it's from 2010 to 2015. Anywhoosies, I never thought of everything. You've thought of everything.
Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Oh yeah, the whole point of me going over here was to talk with Wisely and see what he says. I mean, Worcestershire to see if he says anything.
The Society is planning to host another event soon. We haven't had many new recruits recently, so...
Ah, the one you mentioned to me before. The idea is sound, but I still have some concerns about the specifics.
Is he in? Is he in? Is he part of the Bray Society? You think Worcestershire is part of the Bray Society? It would kind of be interesting if he was.
Hey, you there, newbie!
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this? Ha!
That was really loud.
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? I promise that it'll work.
Paimon's gonna pass.
Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy. That would explain why Risley only had good things to say about this place. Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well. Let's go over to them.
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those matters right away.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the Society as a whole.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process. It's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
It seems alright on the surface.
Yeah, you're right. By themselves, our resources probably don't feel like much.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring too? Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Almost never, you'd say. So instead...
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too? What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back. I'm sorry, but I've got to go.
He's still as weird as before. Paimon's kind of used to it by now, though.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked?
It's not about boxing gloves.
Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know if there's something wrong with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again. And that goes for you as well, Your Grace. We wish you all the best in your endeavors.
And same to you.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the Society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism? There's only one potential problem. If the Society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too.
There was something sussy. There was definitely something sussy going on. A bit hard to put into words, but there was something off about that place.
As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen next.
You've completely lost my
Me too,
mind.
Paimon, me too.
Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left something of yours there by accident. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it.
We'll record a show for you and bring it down here for you. I'll trust you for now. I'll take this as another one of your jokes.
I'll explain everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
he seems to think that they were kind of, I guess, faking it, maybe because he was there, or Dougier was there.
Then what are you gonna do?
Good question. What should I do? Maybe I'll drop by the ring and sign myself up for a fight.
Wait, so you're really just gonna make us work while you slack off?
Yeah, there's definitely something sus about that place, and the whole thing about the guy who lost his hat seems pretty strange too. Definitely strange. And also that guy who picked up his stone didn't say anything about it being weird. Isn't that weird? Isn't that the weird thing too? Like, he picked up that stone like it was nothing. And, you know, Paimon, Worcestershire, and I had such a weird reaction to it. So, strange. Maybe they know, maybe they're the one who's smuggling contraband. Maybe it's them. Anyways, I think it's a good place to end the video here. So, the conversation, yeah, it's basically the same thing. So, thank you so much for watching. You're beautiful the way you are, and I'll catch you in another Genshin Impact video where we'll continue the Worcestershire story quest. See you then.